Hi, putting together our Christmas tree. Year number 2, 2018. I'm so glad we have our new office furniture in. This is my side now.
This? Still mine. And was it over here?
I haven't cleared the drawers out yet. We just got that. We're getting ready to get our first bed stand. We've never been able to afford this stuff before, so it's really, really exciting.
Now one location device.
So it has been a really hard Christmas time for me. Like, you may be following both of my YouTube channels. I've switched trucking companies, hit peak season, and if you guys follow American Truckers on YouTube, like, you'll see they were trying to run us 7 days a week. Drivers falling asleep at the wheel. It's a long story. You can see some of it on my private group that I have on Patreon, but you know, I'd had like 4 hours of sleep, was working every day. It was crazy. And I was so wore out. I got to the truck. I was like, guys, I'm too tired to drive tonight. They're like, we have to have you. So against my better judgment, I came out to try to work anyway and do the good thing as a company employee and / contractor, which is really what I am. And I was so tired, I couldn't walk straight. I fell out of the semi-truck. Next thing I know, they reported me for being possibly intoxicated because I was so tired. And they came up and questioned me and said, have you been drinking? I have never drank in my life, like, ever. I've never even tried the slightest drug. Like, I don't even like taking prescription medication of any sort, like when I'm sick or whatever. And here I am, like, being falsely accused of this. So after I bent over backwards to come in and work for them. So we just got hit with one thing after another. Carl over there had a heart attack. We nearly lost him right before Christmas because they were working him 7 days straight. They were not giving him a break. We had a driver fall asleep at the wheel. I mean, very easily could have, you know, overturned the truck and died. I mean, it was just really bad. So I get past all this. I start with Carl's company over here. Things are going really great. We're in the next slump. Like, January is a big slump for truck drivers. We're not working very much. I've got money in the bank from Christmas time, you know, working all those hours. But yet I'm finding myself still so depressed, even though things are going so much better right now. It's like this whole week I've just felt completely lost. I was trying to figure out why. Like, everything is growing great. It couldn't be more amazing. They were able to get Carl in the hospital in enough time. He's recovered. He's out working on the track today. Like, he's doing amazing. There's no sign of damage to his heart. Like, we're so lucky. And we had a Christmas together and, you know, couldn't have been more blessed. And so everything's going well, and I'm sitting there finding myself unable to have any joy. Like, even Christmas time, like even Christmas morning, I was struggling so much to have any joy. I just felt completely lost. I appreciated so much being home with family and having, you know, Jordan and his dad alive and well. And yet, you know, now things are back to normal. It's just like, what is wrong with me? Like, why do I feel so lost? People have what's called psychological framers, or insulators is the more proper term for it. It's like a box, like we're in this box, right? And it consists of our expectations, our plans, our desires, the way we think things are going to go. And so many times when we experience a sudden loss, then it's like that box has just been bursting. Like all of our expectations, we never could have imagined driver having a heart attack. We did not expect that. Like that was so unexpected. Many times when somebody experiences loss, they try to question, why is this happening to me? Like, why am I going through all this stuff? When that's really not the question to be asking. The question isn't really what is causing this. I heard somebody talking about this principle recently, and they were saying it's like a hypothetical where you go to this theater, right? You're gonna watch this show put on, and the usher takes you down to your seat and sits you down, and then immediately the usher holds out his hand and there's a squirrel on his hand, and he begins to reach out and hand it to you. To ask the question, like, what is this, is only going to get a response of squirrel. It's a squirrel. We know what it is. We know, that there's a squirrel here, but that's not the deeper question here. The deeper question is psychologically, where am I supposed to place this experience? Like, I can't even begin to fathom why a squirrel is being handed to me. I don't know what to relate this to. You've heard the term of jumping out of the box, getting out of the box, doing something different. But here's the thing, to jump out of the box, there has to be a box there to jump out of. So even if you're jumping out of the box, in order to get your bearings of where you're placed in life, to be out of the box still has to be there. You have to look over and go, okay, the box is there, I've jumped out of the box, or I'm jumping in this box because I want to be over there and do these things. And a lot of times when the unexpected hits us, it's like that box has just been bursted, like it's gone. And what else is left? When so many boxes have just been destroyed because something's flown at you so fast, it's like, where do I even begin? Like, I feel lost. Like, I don't even know where to place these experiences. We were driving through a town recently in Miami, Oklahoma, and no town that I've known of in recent times has experienced so much sudden loss and disaster than this town.
My name's Orville Ray, and I've lived in PICHER for 84 years. You wouldn't believe the way PICHER was years ago. Main Street especially was it looked like a little Las Vegas, all your night lights and everything, and you had, my mama used to say, well, we're just going to go downtown and watch the traffic for a while. That was the big thing on Saturday night. You didn't have to worry about locking your door or anything. Your neighbors watched your place, took care of everything while you was gone. We had some pretty good ball players around here, the guys that went to the majors. Well, it's his hometown. The population was just outstanding. The mines were going good. This faded out, but this is me right here. That was taken in 1946. It was just an everyday job. We supplied most of the lead for bullets for 2 world wars. They should have built a monument here to the town instead of trying to tear it down. It just makes you sick. Just about everybody's gone now. Less than 50, I'd say. They just keep drifting out.
My name's Rebecca Jim. I'm an environmental activist. This whole site is 47 square miles, and mile after mile are damaged lands where the mining waste was left on top of the ground.
This is Tar Creek.
and 13 tons of heavy metal flow down this creek every day. This water flows into the Grand Lake, and Grand Lake is a drinking water source for counties of people. I drink this water, that's in my water. If you were to test the air here, you would find heavy metals. Lead, zinc, and cadmium, arsenic, manganese, the biggies that are here at this site. There's no safe exposure to lead, and this stuff is loaded with it. It was a huge playground. This was the only Superfund site in the country that was a playground. A really sad thing can happen to children that are exposed to lead.
Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Just break out and go someplace else and start all over again.
It is right there. It's on the ground. Oh my God.
Right here, we're going to protect you. It's the safest place in the house.
Guy right there, the guy in charge of the history museum there, he's been there 80 years. You can hear it in his voice, like the guy is so lost, like he doesn't even know where to begin. His whole life was here and the town's gone, like it's gone. And so I realized that things have been hitting me so fast, even good things at this point, you know, good things are coming. But I didn't expect any of this. With everything good that's happening in my life after all of the recent disasters, you know, why do I still feel lost? Why do I still feel depressed? And it's because things are coming at me so fast. Even if they're good things, I cannot fathom, I cannot wrap my mind around these things fast enough to be able to process them and have those psychological insulators in place to where, you know, I feel secure. I know where my bearings are. You're trying to understand, you know, you're trying to catch your bearings. You're trying to figure out where you're at now and where you're going. And when things keep changing, it's hard to do that. It's like walking on quicksand, you know what I mean? It brought back my joy. Like just the fact of knowing like why I'm feeling this way, why I'm feeling lost. Maybe some of you guys are feeling lost, you know, with things in your life, your business, you know, your family, disaster, things hitting you so fast. A lot of times we feel this way because we haven't grasped onto something. Things are coming at us so fast, we're trying to catch our bearings. And that helped me to get focused. Take a deep breath here. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going. These are what my goals are and my dreams are and my plans and ambitions and things I'm going after in life. And I'm going after them. And like everything's okay. Like that's the main thing. Like everything's safe, secure, in its place. Everything's okay. I had to go back to the basics. You know what? I've got a roof over my head. I have clothes. I have food. And I have safety and security. That's the main thing. Sometimes we have to go back to the basics in our lives and hang on to those things as our psychological framework. You know, if everything else is shaky, everything else is questionable, go back to the basics. I'm safe. I have food. You know, I'm secure. I have clothes. You know, I have water. And find your security there. And then one step at a time, springboard towards your future goals and your ambition.